Greetings, greetings, Sanbonani. Of course, you are watching Esther for such a time as this. Sbongile Mbatha. Welcome and welcome. Esther, you tell your friends, Esther show is coming to you live right now. Of course, we are coming to you live from GNF TV channel on YouTube, and GNF Ministries page on Facebook. Please share and share and share this page, because viewers at home, we've got another powerhouse. Esther, we bring our powerhouses. Today, I've got another beautiful lady, you know, a powerhouse. So tell your friends when we say, hey, join Esther now. Join Esther. Welcome, Sissy.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm blessed, and how are you?
I'm blessed. Finally, you are here.
Finally. Third time's a charm.
Yeah, hey. But how have you been?
I've been good, a bit busy, but yeah, we're just pushing the last stretch of the year.
The last one.
Yeah, but I've been good, a bit nervous.
Don't feel at home. Feel at home. You are at home here.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Please greet our viewers at home and introduce yourself.
Sanbonani viewers at home, ngegama nginguYankho waka Banda. I'm a professional civil engineer, just an amazing woman, and excited to be talking to you this evening.
Wow, welcome. Viewers at home, yes, we've got a civil engineer in the house. Of course, our topic for today is rise above your gender.
Difficult
Rise above your gender. Viewers at home, please tell your friends, because we are coming to you live, and I'm hambing it on I've got a powerhouse, women in engineering. Esther, last Thursday, we seen another powerful lady.
Okay.
She's an attorney.
Wow.
So I'm a level. So let me just give you a brief of her profile. She's a professional civil engineer with exam. She has 12 years of professional experience in private sector. Currently, she's a regional project manager for Gauteng Freeway Management System. Quite interesting. That was very freeway management system. She studied her postgraduate in. This is master's, ne? Master's in engineer at UCT. She's currently doing her master's. Did her undergraduate BSc Engineering Honors Civil Engineer at Wits University. You know, I studied Wits as well. Yes, my undergrad. Yes, the Wits, yes. So, also she has served in various positions. Also, she has industry mentoring. You're doing industry. Wow.
Yeah, I mentor a lot of the young and upcoming engineers, both male and female.
Wow. Yeah. You see, guys, powerhouse. Her accolades. She's a woman of stature, women in engineering winner 2022. We'll go to that. Currently, she's also a woman of stature, board member, mentoring portfolio, and also South African Institute of Civil Engineer, Young Engineer, finalist 2021.
Well, actually 2024 now. Well, Young Engineer was in 2021, and then I just haven't updated. This year I entered for Engineer of the Year, and I was a finalist again.
Wow.
So hopefully next time I win.
No, you definitely win. You'll definitely. I mean, you're a Woman of Stature Award winner.
Yeah.
Women in engineering.
In engineering,
Interesting. Wow. There you have it, a powerhouse. But I'm interested, yes. You are in a Gauteng freeway management system.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that, your current job?
Okay, so the freeway management systems, it's basically using technology, mainly cameras, and particular software to monitor the freeways. Yeah. So we have traffic management operators who are constantly viewing the freeway 24/7. So we have 4 different shifts. So we have a morning shift, an afternoon shift, a night shift, and we have surveillance, or we provide surveillance on the freeways 24/7, and we provide live traffic information to road users. And the main aim of the freeway management systems is, besides providing the information, is to clear the freeway as quickly as possible so that you have free-flowing movement, because that's what a freeway is. It's meant to be a conduit to provide free-flowing traffic or movement. So that's what we basically do in summary. Yeah.
Wow, so you monitor the freeway.
Yes.
The Gauteng one, I'm
Yes.
sure that must be the busy one.
No, it is, yeah, no, Gauteng
compared
is-
to other provinces.
Yes, currently we have Freeway Management System, FMS for short. We have it in Gauteng, KZN, and the Western Cape, and it is being launched in the Eastern Cape as well. But Gauteng is the biggest network out of the 3. We're currently monitoring 291 kilometers of freeway network, starting from the N4 in Donkerhoek, coming down to Proefplaas, then the whole N1 network, passing through Flying Saucer, Galulis, that's the N3 part of it. We monitor also the R21, R24, part of the N17, N1 going all the way to Diepkloof interchange, and part of the N12. So it's quite an extensive network, and it requires, dedication and a passion, because at the end of the day, one life lost is one life too many. So we are in the business of saving lives. That's the main motto we push, and that's the main motto that Sunrail is pushing. We want everyone to arrive alive at the end of the day.
Wow, I like that. You want everyone to arrive alive.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got a woman in engineer. Transportation, I think this is a big project, hey?
Yeah.
For you, it's quite especially you are in Gauteng, which is a big project.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm also interested, what made you to study engineering?
So interestingly enough, I did not want to study engineering initially.
Okay.
For the longest of time, even my mother will tell you, she doesn't know when it started. For the longest time, I always wanted to be a medical doctor. And then somehow in grade 10, I don't know if someone mentioned it in passing, it piqued my interest. I started researching a bit on it, but I didn't do very good research, because I was very shocked in my first day that there's still maths and science.
Which you didn't like.
which I struggled with. I passed my matric very well, but I struggled with it. So I thought, I'm done. I'm getting science, I maths and science. Shock of my life. It's the major component of engineering. So engineering kind of chose me. I always say that engineering chose me, and I'm glad that it chose me, because it fits my personality very well. I mean, engineering is about making life better or simpler for your fellow mankind. And if you think about infrastructure, it's basically engineering. This building we are in, a civil engineer is involved. The roads you're driving on, a civil engineer is involved. The waterworks, some form of an engineering is involved. Even, this equipment, electricity provided here, an electrical engineer is involved. So engineering is just about making life simpler for your fellow mankind while still preserving the natural resources for future generations.
Wow.
So I love it.
Now you're enjoying it.
Now I'm enjoying it.
Wow, interesting. Viewers at home, Esther, I always say there are women that are supposed to stand for such a time as this. There are women who are supposed to stand, whether you're in ministry, whether you are in engineering, you are in law, you are in corporate, but there are women, especially women of God. Hey?
Yes, definitely.
You're supposed to stand for the kingdom of God. And it's so exciting, and it's so relieving to see women of God in those big projects like the one you're doing. Because each and every time when you're doing your job, you always put God first.
Yes, definitely.
You always know what I'm doing now, it must glorify uNkulunkulu. As you said earlier on, your duty is to make sure that people arrive alive at home. So as a child, especially as a child of God, you always think of people then
Yes.
ukuthi mina ngiyasebenza nje
Yeah.
ngisemsebenzini, but you'll always put people first because you
Yes.
understand ukuthi abantwana bakaNkulunkulu laba
Yes.
they represent uNkulunkulu, they were made in his image. So it's good to see women of God, you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, every space you are in, like, because I'm also a church leader, so every space you are in, or you have to take lessons. And I'm glad you even mentioned that, you know, as children of God, we take something in the spaces that we are in, and sometimes in the spaces that you are in, because you are spirit-led, that's what makes a difference on the projects that you are working on, or a difference in the lives of the people you are engaging with. So 100% agree with you.
Wow, I like that, because you are spirit-led.
Yes.
You are, everything that you do, you must be spirit-led.
Spirit-led, yes,
Even when you
definitely.
are there in those offices, in those projects, they might try to implement certain things. They'll be like,
Yes.
these ones, now we're conforming to the standard of the world.
And it's not agreeing with the
not
principles or
aligning
the
with your
standards of yourself, and you should
yes.
be able to express yourself, you know, stand up for yourself. But you know, it's that thing bare insabonna ukenye buwena, so that noma ukhuluma kuzwakala ukuthi uthini, but not in a condescending manner, but in a clear and precise manner.
Wow, wow, viewers at home, there you have it. We've got another woman of God here who is an engineer. You know, it's so nice, as I'm saying, it's so inspiring to see people of God standing in areas that, because most of the time bazothi abantwana baNkulunkulu bahlala besesontweni njalo, kanti we're pushing the kingdom, but in every structure, in every area,
you have to, because it does say, you know, go out to the four corners of the world and spread my word.
Amen.
So we have to, and this is a talent that's given to us. You have to use it accordingly, because if I was kahle, iyaphucwa. So, yes.
Wow. Going back to our topic, rise above your gender. You are in this space. I'm sure manje it's not so bad, but I think it's still bad. Women in engineering, you are in that space of engineering, which is a space where it's male dominant.
Definitely.
I'm sure even now it's still like that. The percentages are still
very low.
Not and very low for women who are in engineering. So rise above your gender. What does it mean to you?
Rise above your gender, to me, like you mentioned, you know, we trying to infiltrate spaces that are not designed or equipped for us, or are presumed that we don't fit into them. So it's rising above societal expectations, especially those traditional gender roles. The role of a female is, you know, the role of a man is. It's about being included, you know, inclusive environments, being an individual in those particular spaces, you know, being adaptable, being accommodating. So it's just about being recognized for who you are, irrespective of your gender. It's like I always say to the young ones when I give talks, first and foremost, I'm an engineer before I am a woman engineer. Because as soon as you put the prefix woman, you're taking away from the fact that I struggled. I worked, I earned my degree, I earned my qualification. You know? So why do I belittle it to me being a woman engineer because of my gender? So it's just about, you know, fighting against the typical gender stereotypes, you know, fighting for inclusivity, fighting for recognition, you know, and just the strength and the resilience of this gender that is woman or female.
Wow. Rise above your gender. Ladies out there, we're saying today, rise above your gender. You know, stand. Even the Bible say, you know, when God created human beings, he didn't say, I'm now creating a man and a female. He just said, let us now create man in our own image.
Yes.
Which means there's never a point in time where God said, now I'm creating and now I'm creating. I mean, when he created, like, we were all inclusive in that image.
In that image, yes.
So viewers are
very much male dominated, and especially the higher you rise, you know, in the corporate ladder. You find Uguti in a boardroom, you'll be the only female. So now sometimes even just to talk, you're scared. Yeah, because, you know, as women, you need to, like, you become so cognizant of wrong mistake, you can be labeled an A-head. So now it tarnishes your image. And I mean, your image and your reputation is the one thing that you build and have the right to destroy by yourself. No one else should destroy your reputation for you. And the other one, which is sometimes it still happens, even if you qualified, you find that, especially when we're having, let's say, meetings or we have to organize certain things, chauvinistic behavior or these typical gender rules still apply. It's like if we have a meeting, who is normally designated to take the minutes? The female, irrespective of what you are the qualified one. You know, I mean, I remember when I think I was in my 5th year of working, I was on a construction site. And for a whole year, I mean, I was an assistant engineer's representative, so sometimes we had to stand in for our boss. And my other colleague was a big white Bura guy. So we'd constantly be together. So sometimes I take minutes or sometimes he chair, I chair. But for a whole year, the other stakeholders, I don't know, maybe they thought I was the administrator. So the one day I was chairing and I happened to mention that I'm an engineer and I'm going to be chairing the meeting. They were so shocked, how can't you an engineer? And I'm like thinking, but for a whole year, I've been in the meetings with you.
So what
did you think I was doing here? So it's also that thing of which you're not immediately considered for certain roles. You always have to prove yourself, you know. So those are some of the challenges I've encountered. Some are getting better, but it's not yet 100%, not yet uhuru. We're still fighting towards that inclusivity and the balance.
We're still fighting that. Because I think it's everywhere, especially in corporate, where when you are a woman, you constantly you need to prove yourself. Am I worthy? Do I qualify?
Yes.
Am I good enough?
Yes. And even when you're talking, you feel like, will they pick up that I'm a fraud? Like you make yourself a fraud. And you feel like they will start questioning what I'm doing and then they'll find out, I don't deserve to be here. But you deserve to be there.
You deserve, and you've worked hard.
You've worked hard, you know, you've earned your stride. But I mean, even being through the trenches, I mean, I did not just wake up one day and then I was at some of the executive levels that I'm at. I've been out to site, done traffic counts. I've been, you know, I've done everything that needed. So I've been in the trenches. I've done the groundwork.
You've proved
I've proved myself, you know, so I really do deserve to be here. So those are some of the challenges that you constantly have to fight with internally as an individual. But slowly but surely, we move forward.
We'll get there. It's still a struggle. It's how many years now of a democracy, but we're still fighting that battle. We're still fighting that battle. Viewers at home, there you have it. She just, one thing I like, she just shared the challenges, because, you know, I always ask myself, these women, I was strong, you know, I struggle. I mean, finance is not that. Easy. How much more you guys, you are in a male dominant. But I respect you. I respect you.
Thank you. I respect you too.
Corporate is not a child's play. People,
not at all.
People don't know,
Yeah, we just make it look fabulous.
Yeah, you just make it, you know, fancy. I always tell the young girls that sometimes I mention, I'm like, guys, it's not all glitz and glamour. They're like, but you are a chartered accountant, you're an accountant, and all the guys.
You can't look like your problems, though. That's the thing. You can't look like the problem, because if you're not because if you're not feeling good and then you're not looking good, you just feel even worse. So sometimes your exterior has to look at least a bit better. So at least you have console with, hey, even if I had a rough dog, yes, exactly.
So how can I rise above my gender? I want to rise above my gender. I want to, to rise. But as you said, there are still those challenges. So how?
I think surround yourself with like-minded people, Know the saying is no man is an island, but even for females, I think, us being out there is also good because young females of color, especially black females like myself, it gives them hope. Here's someone who looks like me, walks like me, talks like me, is in spaces that I want to infiltrate. So it's just about supporting your fellow, woman, fixing your fellow queen's crown when it's skew. When you get into certain spaces, don't be happy to be the first black female chartered accountant. It's all good and well, you've gotten there, but did you hold the door open for your fellow black sisters or fellow women to enter? So it's also just about lifting as you rise, calling out chauvinism. If you see a fellow woman being bullied, stand up for them, So it's just about standing up, being out there, being authentic, showing up as your true self. Don't try to be someone else. Just be authentic. Be yourself. Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Yeah.
I like the point that you touch base on. Uguti, you don't just celebrate because I'm the first black civil project engineer. I'm freeways. I'm in this big project and I'm on the only female black. As you said, lift as you rise. Yes. Lift others as you rise.
Yes, that's the only way we can change the industries we are in. That's the only way we can change how society perceives us. It's also like when you grow up. I don't know if you have any children, for example. You will notice, your nieces and nephews. Yes. You'll notice that how you treat your nephews differs from how you treat your nieces. We tend to be gentle with the girls, or no, don't do this. If they want to pursue, or why are you discouraging that person? I recently watched the movie Hidden Figures, and it's about the 3 black females who were actually part of the NASA project that took the men to space in America. And if you watch that movie, you realize that if those women had their parents saying, no, you can't be this, or their partner saying, no, you can't be this, and they listened to them, they would not have done those remarkable things that they did. So it's also about supporting young girls and females interested in pursuing careers in STEM and providing those opportunities. If they need someone to talk to, be available, extend a hand to them, mentor them, guide them, give them that confidence to know if when a challenge is so, this is how you can maybe approach it. Because one of the key things you must have as a female is emotional intelligence.
Yeah, true. Because even with executive position, they always women are so emotional.
Yes.
Women are so emotional.
Yes.
We have this disadvantage. They can't take decisions because they are emotional people. So I like the point that you touched base with emotional intelligence, especially when you are a leader, a woman leader.
Definitely.
But in any way, when you are a leader, emotional intelligence, because you're dealing with people.
100%.
It's very important. It's very important.
100%. I agree with you.
Yeah. Especially I get worse when you are a female. Because what women are this and that. They can't take decisions because emotion. We use yes, we are emotional beings than males, but it won't stop you to reach your goals. It won't stop you to become an engineer or anything that you want to be. So viewers at home, even though it's important, emotionally, I've seen people emotional intelligence.
Yeah, no, definitely, because if on a high emotional intelligence, you are able to regulate your emotions, and it influences your behavior. It also influences how you interact with people, because there was okay, where is she coming from? Was I maybe a bit harsh to do this way? And then you are able to also come back and apologize and say, and you are cognizant, because for me, it's also the thing, like I always say, Mina, when you apologize, say what you're apologizing for. If you're not emotionally mature, you don't recognize, you're just apologizing for the sake of apologizing, but I will acknowledge, so you cannot rectify that behavior, you know. So when uzohlezi ukhwebha abantu, unyathela abantu inyawo, and then you go around saying people hate you, but they don't hate you, they just hate your personality or the being that you are, you know. So for me, it's very important.
Viewers at home, we're still coming to you live from GNF TV channel on YouTube, and GNF Ministers page on Facebook. Tell your friends, bashare e-page. Today we are talking women engineering. Sisinje, rise above your gender. It doesn't stop you to occupy certain positions. It doesn't stop you to occupy certain functions because of what the society will say or what the society believes. Bayo engineer usefuna ukuzenza basho nje abasezenza indoda ke manje sabafaka amabhuluka futhi ngilaye ehlale ngone nathi besiqwayiqwayiza ngeketi yabo sibe bathi sibe cute sithi abamene cure pedicure nina nje kumele shama my younger sister, she's an electrical engineer. She's always wearing those safety shoes, jeans. I'm like, yo nina azini. I feel sorry for you guys. Ngirive ngi-accountant yami. I just sit around nesitulo. Get to make up all flick makuthi ngithi push up, but as I said earlier on, I really respect you guys. You know the courage. The courage to do hayi mina ngiyofunda engineering nje. And civil niyakha ini usuwelwa yindo kalapha because you have to climb certain,
sometimes,
sometimes you are climber lapha,
sometimes you're going into holes,
down into holes, sometimes you're dealing with freeways, so it's very challenging. It takes courage. It takes courage to choose such careers. Hey, please share some key points that can help women to rise above their gender. What it can be one or two.
Like I said, I think the key one, or one of the key ones for me, is be authentic. I mean, like interestingly enough, you said with Abantu, they always say we're trying to be males. But when I did the profession, I didn't join it to be a male. I joined it because I wanted to make a difference. And hence I say, Guti, I try most of the time not to refer to myself as a female engineer. I refer to myself as an engineer who happens to be female. And I think of myself as a brand such that I'm actually very intentional with even how I present myself. Like me dressing like this is not by fluke. It's intentional. Even when I go to conferences, I'm intentional about wearing a dress or a skirt to show you, Uguti, as much as I'm in a male-dominated space, I'm still feminine. You know, I'm not fragile, but this is how I'm presenting myself. You will respect the packaging that I'm putting forth to you, and you will listen to what I'm saying and judge me based on that, not just the outward appearance, you know. So that's the first one. And I think another key piece of advice I'd like to impart in terms of rising above your gender is it's normal to be afraid. And sometimes I think being afraid is good because it shows that you respecting your target audience, like for yourself being in the media space, you're respecting your target audience in the financial spaces, you're respecting the clients that you're representing. So being afraid is good for me. But even if you are afraid, do that thing afraid. You know?
Do it scared.
Do it afraid because you can uhlale ekhoneni uthi what if I fail, but what if you saw? You will never know unless you try. So for me, failure is not even a bad thing anymore.
No, it's
failure
not.
is actually a first attempt in learning. Next time also iphinda lento let's so fundela ukuthi ngenza mistake la, so you know now you're starting from a point of experience. So those are the two key things I'd like to impart in terms of rising above your gender. Show up as your authentic self, and even if you are afraid, do it afraid.
Do it afraid.
Do
it afraid. I like that point. So one thing that I like, you have been not nominated, you're a winner now. You are a winner of Woman of Statue Award. Women in Engineering. Well, tell us about that.
So I was nominated by someone 2021, 2022, but obviously the awards are the following year. I was nominated to be part of the Women of Stature, in particular the Women in Engineering category. And I accepted, but you know when you accept just for, you don't think much of it, you know. And when I was nominated, then I became a finalist. Then I was like, oh, okay. We'll see how this goes. But obviously, there's a lot of conditions, you know, that you have to meet. So from being a nominee to being a finalist, meeting certain criteria, undergoing the interview, and then finally on the evening, I mean, I went to the awards not expecting much because I knew two out of the 5 ladies or 6 of us who are there. I knew 2 of them personally who are also women in engineering who are doing amazing things. They're like, they are my mentors. So, you know, and then and then they're your mentor and you know what you think it's obvious who's a winner, you know. So I just went there. I think at the time when I was also nominated, it was more a thing of I want to put myself out there just to understand what are the requirements, things for competitions, and just, you know, put it forth to the universe. So, that was my journey. And lo and behold, I actually won the Women in Engineering 2022.
Can you just tell what is the awards about?
The awards basically are about celebrating phenomenal women doing amazing things in various disciplines or categories. I mean, there's an entrepreneur category, there's a CEO of the year, there's the engineering, mentoring and coaching, and there's the one that you yourself personally are nominated in, your finalist, media and journalism, you know. So it's just about celebrating the phenomenal work that women are doing in the various spaces that they're in, but it's also about creating a network where women can leverage off of each other and inspire each other. And over and above that, you know, above acknowledging the great work and celebrating the great work that we are doing as women in the various spaces that we are in, it's also about growing the women who become finalists, because the whole journey, it's about growing you both professionally and personally, you know. I mean, look at me when I started. Like I said, I just entered for the sake of entering or because someone deemed me worthy, but I didn't see myself like that. And from there, it's given me a confidence to say, I can do this. And even if I can't, there's someone in my network who can do it. And I mean, we're not silos in the circular world. Engineers, you come in, you know, we build that relationship from this. I might have a legal matter. There's a lady I might meet in these things. So it's just about celebrating women, but also empowering women, you know, to be the best that they can be, both professionally and personally. Yeah.
Wow. Share your journey and experience before and after.
So like I said, I mean, before, I was sort of confident in some of the things that I was doing, but I didn't fully believe in myself, you know. So having gone through the journey, it taught me how to better articulate myself. It taught me how to sell myself, because now you have to think about what is it that is going to make you stand out from your fellow, I don't want to say competitors, but your fellow sisters in promoting whatever discipline you are in. And it's just being celebrated, you know, learning to celebrate the small wins, because as females, before we celebrate, but I mean, just achieving the fact that you are nominated, celebrate that. The fact that you are a finalist, celebrate that. How many people entered, and then out of those many people, you made it to being a finalist, celebrate that. And I think post the award, it has taught me that my voice matters.
Wow.
And like Michelle Obama once said, if you do not use your voice for the betterment or for the good of others, then you have no place to be sitting at the table. So it's teaching me, Guti, use your voice and use your talent to make a difference in whatever way you can in the spaces that you are put in.
Wow.
If other people can see your potential, what is stopping you from exploring it? You know, so I think it has taught me to be a bit more confident in my abilities and to just trust the process. You know, it will make sense at the end. It might be dirmekar,
Yeah.
but it will make sense at the end.
Wow, I like what you just said when you said your voice matters. Wherever that you are placed, your voice matters. If you are placed in certain areas, your voice matters. You actually reminded me of Esther. Which wherever you are, there's a purpose for it. There's a purpose. When Esther was there in that kingdom, it was not about just glitz and glam. She's a queen there.
No.
There was a reason. Her voice mattered.
Yes.
When she went to the king.
Yes.
Her voice
mattered. And it wasn't just for her.
Exactly.
It was for the entire nation, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why even her father had to remind her, Guti, remember why you are there or how you got there. It was not by fluke. It's for a time such as this one.
Yeah. So, wow.
I agree.
Yeah, hey, your voice matters. Wherever you are, God placed you there for a reason and a purpose. You must always, and it's not about you.
No.
It's never about you. Purpose, it's never about you.
Yeah.
It's for other people who are supposed to benefit from what God has blessed you with.
Yes.
As we just said, who Esther was there in that kingdom. It was not for her. If you read the whole book, if you read it with an understanding,
there was a reason, definitely.
There was a reason
and
why
she found favor with the king when she went to speak to him.
Exactly.
There's a reason why.
So yeah, so your voice always matters. I like that.
Definitely.
I definitely like that. So I want to know, what is the most important thing that you as a woman of stature, the most important thing that we should be teaching our young girls today?
That's a good one. I think for me, what we need to be teaching our young girls, you know, over and above saying your voice matters, is that you belong wherever you are. Don't doubt yourself. Don't make anyone make you think otherwise. Your dreams are valid, you know. And I think the other key thing that I'd like, you know, young girls to know is, you know, like, it's basically don't doubt yourself, you know, and build, you know, choose your village wisely, choose your community wisely. The friends you keep can either break or make you. So surround yourself with like-minded people or people who will actually raise you, you know. Masibona ukuthi unenkinga angeke sami sesibhise sokhuluma kabi. No, let me help you, not with the intention of also wanting something back in return, but that thing yokuthi she's my sister. Be your sister's keeper. Be your sister's keeper, you know. Fix, like I said earlier, fix each other's crowns, and don't celebrate being the only one there. Bring your other people up, open the door for other people to enter as well, and don't see each other's competition. I think abafazi, we like to see each other's competition. We are not competition, we are allies. So I think that's another key thing that I'd like to impart to young girls, that your fellow females are not your competition, they are your allies. You know,
we need each other.
Yeah, we need each other, definitely.
I like that. We need each other. We as women, even if there's no need for it. You are your sister's keeper. Once I think you have this in your
mentality.
Mentality I am my sister's keeper. My sister need me and nami
I need, yes.
So competition, kind of would say the first point you said, you must be content with where you are.
Yeah.
Be content with who you are as well.
Yeah.
Because if ungazazi ukuthi ubani, Kuzoba nenkinga.
Kuzoba nenkinga, yeah,
Enkulu.
because anything that comes will sway you.
Yo.
If ukufika uYankho athi masenze kanjena, you'll do it. If ukufika uSbongile athi masenze kanje, you'll do it. So be content, understand what is your vision, what is your mission, what is your goal. Put steps in to make sure that you achieve them. Regularly visit them to make sure that you're still on the right path. And the more lahleka, acknowledge that you lahlekile, and surround yourself with the right people to bring you back on the right path as well. Yabo.
Wow, powerful association as well. As you just said, associate yourself with the right people. I think I had another guest. He was talking about leadership. He said he mentioned something very important. That for you to grow, associate yourself with people who are above you.
Yes.
Because if sonke siku level 1, ubani ufunda something. What are you learning?
Yes.
So always, the powerful association is very important. I've learned that through my journey, corporate, and just life in general.
Yeah.
You know, powerful association, it's very important.
Very important.
Who you associate yourself with, they have power to pull you down or uplift you.
Yes.
So it's very important that you associate yourself with the right people. People abacabanga njenga nawe, people who dream njenga nawe, people you know,
who will support you and even make you even more doubter. They will, you know, cheer
uplift,
for you like they are your best cheerleaders. But convince you
you can do this.
You can do this. Mara, they will cheer you on.
Yes, you can do this. You can trust yourself, believe in yourself.
And they can offer you constructive criticism to say maybe ungayenzi so mungenza kanje, you know. Bayakwazi ukuvalela the blind spots just to make sure that now you don't fail.
Yeah. Wow, I like that. As a board member of Women of Stature, what is leadership to you? And you've been in executive position for quite some time now, in different executive positions. Because I believe that one of the things that I love so much is to see women taking up space, to see women taking up those leadership positions. I love the leadership concept as a whole.
Yes.
Esther, we've got next year, please join us.
I'll join
We've got a
you.
Women in Leadership seminar.
Yeah, you must tell me now we're friends, so you must send me that information.
You know, now you're part of the Esther family, so
Definitely.
Everything is Yenzayo. You must
I'll
be there, please. So, I love leadership. I believe that every organization, for it to function its full capacity, even our country, even whatever, leadership must be in the right place. So what is leadership to you? What makes a good leader?
Leadership is basically, you can think of it like a captain of a ship. You know, leadership is the captain steering the ship, you know, and the ship being the team to a common vision, a common goal, and you make sure that you meet those goals. And I think some of the qualities that make a good leader, personally, I think being a person who serves in church spaces and in the various organizations that I've served in, for me, I like servant leadership. I think being a leader is first and foremost knowing what you are a servant. You are not there ukuziphakamisa. You are not there by your own accord, you know. People put you in those positions. People believe in you. So I think a good leader is one who's empathetic, is one who's who promotes inclusivity, is one who supports individuality, but also makes people understand that as much as you can be an individual, you need to understand how your individuality fits into the bigger scheme of things. You know, the toe needs the rest of the foot to be able to have balance. The ear needs this. You might think certain parts are not important, but without them, your body won't function the same. True. So I think a leader is someone who can offer direction, who can offer support, and especially when times are tough, you know, you need to be resilient, you need to be adaptable. You cannot just say because into yenzeke. So I mean, if you look at some of the companies that are non-existent now, it's because the leadership there was not adaptable. We're moving into technological spaces. How are you putting yourself, how are you visualizing? You need to be visionary. How are you poising yourself to be prepared for such changes? We never saw COVID happening. So it happened. How did we adapt? Companies that and leaders who did not adapt are companies that have gone under now. You had to accept ukuthi the world is changing and try poise yourself or find a way to fit into the new world that we're moving into.
Wow, because I was about to ask, you've touched base, because I was about to ask you on agile leadership, especially with the fourth industrial revolution. Like we see, technology is changing. As a leader, what's your take?
On that, I think stay abreast of what's happening. Technology is forever enhancing. I mean, look now, there's ChatGPT. We did not know ChatGPT 5 years ago, but it's such a powerful tool that if used correctly, it can enhance whatever spaces you are in. But also with the advancements of technology, you must also approach it with caution. Don't become complacent to a point of which whatever for example, if you use ChatGPT, do a number of iterations. Remember, ChatGPT uses various sources of information to bring something together. So ask it at various times, or think, Uguti, how can I do this thing in various methodologies so that you come up with the best solution? So I think agile leadership is very key. Be adaptable. The key thing is be adaptable. It's a known fact. I mean, the species that survive are the ones that are adaptable.
Wow. Wow, unfortunately our time is up. Viewers at home, there you have it. Women in engineering, rising above your gender.
Yes.
Can you just, closing message share?
My closing message, it's a service I shared a few weeks back as we're preparing for exam prayers, and it's from the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 7, and it's all about working hard. You know, it says, as for you, work hard because you will be rewarded. So I think in closing, it's just to say, in the beginning stages of your career, whatever profession you are in, don't want the glitz and the glamour or the monies. Work hard. Eventually your hard work will be rewarded. So in closing, I think that's all I'd like to say is that keep at it, put your head down, put off your hard work.
Wow, Atinja, work hard, keep your head down, especially young, young professionals. I'm a graduate.
Yes.
When I graduated from VET.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm this and I'm a top big dog.
Yes. Only to find out because who are knowledgeable.
Yes.
They might not have even qualifications, but they do have the experience.
Yes.
So keep your head down. I've seen, I'm a graduate, my film 17, bazokwenza ama trainees. Yabona ukuthi nje yabona labantwana laba bazi yazini abazi ukuthi skipani la. But I like your point also, keep your head down and work hard. I always say if faith goes well with hard works. If faith goes well with hard works. Viewers at home, there you have it. Unfortunately, our time is up. I hope you were inspired, because I was very inspired. She touched base on lots of key points. My TJ, be yourself, be authentic, ungazifanisi nabanye abantu. Don't compete with your fellow sisters. Your fellow sisters are supposed to be your keepers. You're also supposed to be your sister's keeper. As competing because we realize that we need each other. I need you, also need me. I'll have Usiswam who's an engineer. And I'll remember, hi man, I do have someone that I know somewhere, Definitely. I believe in networking. I've seen it working, I've seen it working. So build those relationships. Nabantu be a competition. When build those relationships, network, learn from your sisters. So from me, that's all I can say. And of course, let me invite you again. Yes, on the 30th, we are hosting our 4th Esther annual conference. Hey, please come. I'm inviting you now. On the 30th, I hope you clear your schedule.
I'm very waiting to attend.
It's more than next year.
But let me know of other events. I'll definitely
next year. I'll definitely. So viewers at home, I'm inviting you on the 30th of November. We are hosting our Esther annual conference. It's at GNF Wheatbank Emalahleni. Do tell your friends, invite your sisters, invite your mothers, invite your friends. Our theme for this year is in your presence there is fullness of joy. Amen. In your presence. So do join us. Please. We start at 11. Sharp, siyaqala. 11. We're starting off. Yo, we've got line up my speakers. Yo, you'll be empowered, you'll be inspired. Above all, you will rejoice in his presence. We've got our Dr. Nelly. We know the powerhouses. They've come to the Esther show as our guests. So you don't want to miss it. And again, the following Saturday, we are celebrating. GNF is turning 22 years. What a grace. Viewers at home, please join us on our annual celebration. God Never Fails Ministries will be turning 22 years, May 7 November. So please, no, 7 December.
Yeah.
I'm still in November. 7 December, we are celebrating. Join us. Tell your friends, invite everyone who's in sine celebration i-weekend enkulu ke leyo leyana ke weekend enkulu yabona weekend amakhula yalandelana. Do tell your friends. Nge-30th, catch us at GNF with Bank, 4th Esther annual conference. I mean, we're celebrating 4 years. My baby's growing.
Definitely growing.
Siyahamba phela manje. Siyahamba. Mntwana na-4. Uyagijima ne. Sefuna ukukhuluma. Ngazi noma uyakhuluma noma. But do join us. Esther family, we shall see you there. From me, thank you for joining us. And from me, no Sisi.
Thank you.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you very much.